entry is for permanent residents only. Visitors aren't allowed to park by the entrance.
Oh, that's annoying.
I agree, but I think they are short of space, so they have to prioritise. There is a space for visitors near the sports complex, but you need a permit to park there.
Oh, right. Do you know where I can get a permit?
I got mine from reception.
Okay, great. Where's that?
It's in the building called Block D, right next to Block E.
Block D?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll go there and get one. What happens if you park here without a permit? Do they clamp your wheel or just give you a fine?
I think they tow your car away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you have to pay a fine too because you have to pay to have the car released.
Right, well, I'd better get a sticker then.
Yeah, that's the best plan.
Where exactly is reception again? I've just arrived and I don't know my way around yet.
Reception. Right, well, you go up Hill Road and turn onto New Street, past the cafeteria on your right, and the reception is opposite the children's swimming pool. Not the adult pool, that's further down the road. You can't miss it.
So it's up Hill Road, onto New Street, past the cafeteria, opposite the kids' pool. Right, I'll head there now. Thanks for your help. Bye.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you will have some time to look at questions 4 to 11. Now listen and answer questions 4 to 11.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, I need to buy a parking permit so that I can park in the area near the campsite entrance. Can I buy one here?
Yes, you can. Are you a visitor?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's fine. Can I just take some details? Your name?
Mike Beale. That's spelt with a double E.
Mike Beale? What's your address?
Flat 13, 50 Newbury Road.
How do you spell Newbury?
Newbury. And that's in the suburb of Dulport. Dulport.
Zone?
Sorry?
Which zone of the campsite are you staying in?
Oh, it's Red Zone.
Thanks. And the registration number of your car?
Let me think. BZK6... Oh, no, sorry. I always get that wrong. It's BZK064D.
BZK64D?
No, 064D.
Ah, okay. Got it. And what make is the car?
It's a Ford Q10.
A Ford? Okay. Right. So now you just have to pay the cashier and then bring the receipt back to me and I'll print off your sticker.
Right. Where is the cashier?
Just on the other side of the hall in the cashier's office. Oh, but it's 1:30 now and they close at 1 for lunch. But they open again at 1:45 until 5:30.
Oh, they're not open till 1:45.
No, I'm afraid not. By the way, before I forget, when you get your sticker, put it on the inside of your windscreen. It's not valid if you don't have it stuck on the windscreen, you see.
Right, I see. Thanks very much. I'll just wait here then till the cashier opens then.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see so many of you here today. Welcome to the Thurston Aquarium. Before we start our tour this morning, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the history of the aquarium. As you have no doubt noticed, this is a fairly new building. The old aquarium building was structurally unsafe and had to be demolished in 2005. This new modern building was specially designed for the new expanded aquarium, and it was opened by the Mayor of Thurston in 2007. It's been designed with a nautical theme throughout to remind us of Thurston's history as a fishing town. But the aquarium isn't only housed in this building. In fact, there is a section of the harbour that also belongs to us, and there you will find a number of viewing points where you can use the paid binocular stands to spot seals. You are free to walk around the harbour too, and I'll show you how to access it at the end of the tour. Just a bit of housekeeping before we set off on the tour. Disabled toilets are located on the ground floor, and the door shows a wheelchair. There's a cloakroom where you can leave your coat and bags just on the right over there. The Dolphin Centre is on the top floor, and there's a great little cafe in there where you can buy coffee and cake and so on. Just follow the red footprints on the floor, and they will lead you to the dolphin. The info desk, marked with the small letter I on your maps, is located right here in the foyer. So if you get separated from your friends, the best thing to do is to make your way back to the information desk, because we'll be returning to this spot at the end of the tour. Any questions? No? Okay, let's move on then. Now, if you look out of this window, you should be able to see the poolside where the penguin parade takes place. If you want to watch the penguin parade, you should gather outside the pool 5 minutes before the show starts. The shows last 20 minutes and run on the hour every hour. However, do be aware that the show isn't recommended for children under 5, as it does get very noisy and smaller children get upset by this. Let's take a walk around the museum now. The first room on the right here is a cinema. This is where we screen documentaries on the creatures we have here at the aquarium, and there are sometimes lectures held here in the evenings. There's a documentary video showing today about stingrays, so come back here later on if you want to learn more about stingrays. They are really fascinating creatures. Now, this area we are walking into is known as the Underwater Gallery. This is one of our permanent exhibitions, and here we try to give you an idea of the huge variety of sea creatures native to this area. At the end of this walkway, we'll come to the SeaWorld Centre, where we've got a brand new collection of underwater photographs by local artists on display. They're proving very popular with visitors, so do stop by and take a look. They sell some very nice postcards of the photographs, well worth a good look. Now we're coming to the Members Lounge. If you join the aquarium as a member, you are entitled to use the Members Lounge for refreshments. Membership costs $70 a year, or $120 for a family with up to 3 children. It's quite good value because entry into the penguin parade is then free. Now, I'm going to leave you to explore the aquarium on your own for a while, and we'll all meet back again at the information desk in 3/4 of an hour's time. I hope you enjoy your time with us at the museum today. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Right, well, it's Mike's turn to give the presentation today, so over to you, Mike.
Right. Thanks.
So, last week in our tutorial with Susan, we discussed different approaches to marketing, and Mike, you said you would start off today's session with a brief overview of a new kind of pricing strategy that is becoming popular with large companies known as revenue management. So, before you give your actual presentation on sales targets, is that still your plan?
Yeah, that's right.
So, what exactly is revenue management?
Well, it's a pricing strategy that involves treating items like theatre tickets and hotel rooms as if they were perishable goods like tomatoes and daffodils.
Yeah, I just tried to book a ticket yesterday for a performance in London, and when I looked on a couple of websites, it turned out there were 3 or 4 different prices for the same ticket.
Exactly. And what is the rationale for that?
Well, the ticket agent said the price you pay depends on things like whether you make a group booking and whether you want to go to a weekend show or one during the week. And it's cheaper if you buy a ticket where you can't get a refund if you have to cancel. If you do that, the ticket costs about half the normal price. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference, but it does.
Well, yes, it certainly does. And that's basically because the tickets are treated like a commodity. So if you want a ticket today, then you pay far more for it than if you want it in a week's time.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
Well, not really. When you think about it, that's just common sense, isn't it?
I suppose so.
What it means in practice is that you could have 3 members of the audience sitting in a row in the theatre, and each one of them would have paid a different price for their ticket.
And is this just happening in the UK?
No, it's the same all over the world. Theatres are able to market a ticket as if it were a perishable product, so its value goes up or down depending on the stage in its lifespan.
So like bananas and milk at the market?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. The truth is that theatres are not actually concerned with selling you a cheap flight. They just want to sell as many seats as possible and make sure that the theatre is full.
Mark, why do you think revenue management has become so popular?
Well, there seem to be two basic reasons. Firstly, because the law has changed recently to allow companies to behave like this. In the past, they weren't allowed to change the prices of the tickets. And secondly, we now have computer programs that do the calculations so the prices can be changed very quickly and accurately.
So you mean 10 minutes could make a difference to the price when you're buying a theatre ticket?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Are there any other industries using the system, or is it restricted to theatres?
Oh no, airlines have been using this system for some time, and many of the big hotel groups use it too. That's why the price of a hotel room can vary wildly depending on when and where you book it. Car hire companies are beginning to introduce it too.
It's all a bit of a gamble, really.
Well, thank you, Mark, for that overview. That was well researched. Now let's move on with your main topic for today.
Welcome to the training session on space management. What I'm going to talk to you about today is effective space management in supermarkets. Customers' shopping habits are of great importance to supermarkets, and marketing consultants like myself collect this data to help supermarkets plan the best use of space in the stores. Various research methods have been used to help boost product sales in supermarkets, such as, probably the simplest and most direct method, the questionnaire, which collects data from customers about their views on displays and products. This data is then used by shop managers to decide on the best location for each product. Put simply, what to put where. Controversially, hidden CCTV cameras that map customers' routes around stores are also a very popular method of data collection. These cameras watch shoppers move through the store and track their physical movements around the aisles, monitoring where they start, what they buy last, which displays attract their attention, etc. As well as video surveillance, new technology for tracking customers now includes devices such as the eye movement recorder. This is a device fixed to a headband worn by volunteer shoppers and tracks their eye movements as they walk through the store, noting the most eye-catching areas of shelves and aisles. As you can tell, space management is a highly sophisticated way of using customer data to plan store layouts in such a way as to maximize profits. Supermarkets are in a position to be able to make huge investments into this kind of technology to find out what sells best and where. For obvious reasons, this data is hugely valuable to retailers. An example of the type of technology that is gaining popularity is a computer program known as SpacePlace. This program, and others like it, allow retailers to identify the best location for various products in their stores based on data collected about purchases. The way SpacePlace works is that it collects data from the electronic checkouts where customers pay for their purchases and calculates how well a product is selling in its current position. If a product is not selling as well as expected in its current location, SpacePlace can suggest the most profitable combination of an article and its position in the supermarket. So, what do we know about how people behave in supermarkets when they walk down the aisles and select the products they think they need from the shelves? Well, if you look at this plan showing one supermarket aisle and 2 rows of shelves, you can see that the products located at the top left-hand corner at the beginning of aisles don't sell well. In tests, secret CCTV cameras filming shoppers moving around a store over a 7-day period show that they tend to walk straight past these areas and move straight to the center of an aisle. Products located here just don't attract people's attention, and so they don't sell well. When customers stop at the center of an aisle, they tend to pause and look carefully along the whole length of it, so products placed here sell much better. What's even more interesting for supermarkets is that products placed at the customer's eye level sell really well. Products here sell fast, and so manufacturers are willing to pay a premium price to have their products displayed in these locations, which are known as hotspots. Of course, everyone wants their products to be in a hotspot. But actually, the prime positions in the store are at the ends of the aisles, called the gondola ends, And these are the areas that really attract customers' attention. New products are often placed here so they are noticed, and manufacturers are charged widely varying prices for this privileged spot. The end of an aisle is also used for promoting special offers, which are found waiting for us as we turn the corner of an aisle. So, finally, the customer has to pay. Any spot where a supermarket knows a customer will have to stand still and concentrate, even for a short period of time, is good for sales. And this is why the shelves at the checkout are popular with manufacturers of chocolates, the biggest impulse food of all.